Hi there, and welcome to Fly Me to the Half Moon Vinyasa Flow. In this practice, we'll be working into twisted half moon and half moon balances with a repetitive dance-like flow to ease your way into each balancing pose. Every repetition of the phrase or the flow will bring us closer to moving with more connection with the breath. This is a full practice, so you'll also get inversions, hip openers, and backbends. Before we begin, grab any yoga props you would like to use, a block, a strap, or a towel. During the practice, I lead through the breath. I'll tell you when to inhale and exhale, but be mindful to follow your own breath. If you're not feeling a vinyasa, skip it. Instead, stay in down dog or child's pose. If you're into yoga and you want to learn more about yoga, please take this moment to click to subscribe to my channel and ring that little bell. Awesome! Now that that's done, let's begin our practice. Find a comfortable seated position, hands on your thighs or stacked in your lap. Sit up nice and tall and let your eyes gently close. Start to focus in on your breath. Allow your breath to flow naturally through your nose. Be the observer of your own breath, watching and following the inhale and the exhale. Allow yourself to fall into your rhythm of breath. Let this rhythm be calming, soothing, and a place of comfort, a place of being rooted and grounded. Try to use only enough energy to keep your body upright, to allow the breath to flow easily. Release any extra tension you may feel in your face or jaw. On your exhale, release the shoulders, the neck, and the upper back. Exhale, release the arms all the way down to your fingertips. Exhale, release the lower back, the waist, and the belly. Exhale, release the hips and the glutes. Exhale, release the thighs, hamstrings, all the way down to your knees. Exhale, release your lower legs, the calves, the shins, down to your ankles. Exhale, release the feet, the arch of the feet, the tops of the feet, your toes, and even the space between the toes. Allow your focus to now embrace the entire body as one whole piece, feeling the rise and the fall of each breath throughout your entire body. Let the inhale fill you up. When you exhale, release whatever you don't need. If any tension has come back into the body, let it go. Any thoughts that may give you stress, let it go. Start to deepen your breath. Allow your eyes to gently blink open, taking in the light, the colors, and the shapes. Blinking your eyes as many times as you need to adjust. Bring your hands actively onto your knees. On your next inhale, lifting the heart and the eyes, giving a soft arch to the back. As you exhale, curl the spine, chin to the chest, let the hips rock back gently. Inhaling, lifting the heart and the eyes, arching the back. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lifting the heart and the eyes. Exhale, curl. Inhale, come up to a nice straight spine. Exhale where you need to. Tuck the chin to the chest and start to fold forward over the legs, removing any props that are underneath you and reconnecting your sit bones to the mat. It doesn't matter how far you go, as long as you feel some sensation in your body, you're in a good place. On your inhale, start to roll up through the spine, but only come about halfway, staying on your sit bones. Moving over now to curl over the right leg. So one hand on either side of the thigh, then gently curl forward. Crown of the head moves towards the thigh. This allows for getting a nice soft opening in the lower back. But keep in mind, your head doesn't have to actually touch your thigh unless your body is open enough for that. If you do happen to feel your sit bones start to lift up off the mat, try to root it down. It may help to deepen the stretch for you. On your next breath, go ahead and walk your hands through center and gently shift over to the second side. Nice steady breath, allowing the lower back to open up. On your next breath, bring your hands back to center. Gently roll up through the spine. And from here, we'll move into child's pose. So if your legs are happy with it, you can roll over the ankles. If not, then just swing your legs around to the side. Coming into your child's pose, legs can be parallel underneath your chest, or if you'd rather, you can open the knees to the width of the mat. If the knees are open, then the big toes touch behind you. Allow your sit bones to sink down, torso melts forward, arms reach to the top of your mat. Just as a reminder, child's pose is here for you at any time should you need or want rest. Come into it when you need, stay as long as you'd like, and rejoin the practice when you feel ready. On your next inhale, lift the eyes towards the fingers, press the palms down, shift up into your tabletop, exhaling where you need to. Bring the knees right underneath your hips. You should have about a fist width or two between the knees. Toes track directly behind. Wrists are under your shoulders, fingers spread. Moving through cow and cat for a few cycles of breath, inhaling, arching the spine. Exhale, curl, belly button scoops towards the spine, head and tail lower down. Inhale, coming into cow, arching the back. Exhale, curl into cat. Take about 3 more cycles of breath on your own time, your own pattern. We'll meet up in downward facing dog when you're finished. Once you make your way into your down dog, you have 2 options. You can stay still, or if you'd rather pedal through the feet to get a little bit of movement in the legs, you're welcome to do that. Either option is beneficial for your body, so do what it calls for. Staying here for a few more breaths. On On your next inhale, lift the eyes towards the fingers, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat, and lift your spine about halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. You can bring the fingertips to the shin bones if you'd like. Exhale, folding forward, bend the knees, let your ribs rest on your thighs for a deep Uttanasana, close to Ragdoll. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana, straightening the legs, lifting the spine halfway. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. And one more time, inhale, lifting halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Press through the legs, sweeping the arms up overhead, whatever pathway you'd like to take with the arms. Exhale, hands come into the heart. Taking a full breath here. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, palms together. Bring it to your heart and let your belly scoop up and in. Again, inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the knees and let your spine pour forward. Coming into an Uttanasana with a shoulder stretch. Once you get down there, if the legs want to straighten, let them. Let the arms dangle over your head, getting a nice stretch. If you'd like to give a little movement here, swaying your weight from side to side or rocking, you're welcome to do that. Eyes open, steady breath. On your next inhale, lift the head, let the hands sweep down by your hips. Coming into Ardha Uttanasana, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Press through the legs, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Moving through our first full sun salutation. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold hands down to the mat, step or float back to your plank. Feet are still slightly separated, lowering down, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice steady breath here. Let your shoulders relax away from the ears. Press down through the pads of the fingers. This helps to relieve stress off of your wrists. Heart is pressing back towards your thighs. One more deep breath. Inhale, lift the eyes to the fingers, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lift your spine halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, press through the legs, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold hands down to the mat, step or float back to plank. Move through your Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, rotate the hips open. Feel free to roll the ankle around, squeeze the toes, whatever you need to do for that leg. If you want to extend and flex the knee, you're welcome to do that too. One more full breath. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath and down dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, rotate the hips open. Same options apply. If you'd like to move the leg around, move the ankle, the foot. If you want to extend the knee and bend the knee, whatever you'd like to do for yourself. One more full breath. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath here. Inhale, lift the eyes to the fingers, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lift your spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, pressing through the legs. Exhale, hands come in. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana.
Exhale, fold hands down, step or float back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh comes in towards the chest. Shifting weight forward to plank, but don't put the foot down. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Extend the leg. Exhale, thigh comes back into the chest. Curve the spine, shift forward. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh comes in. Gently step the foot through between the hands. Knee comes over the ankle. Pressing down through the legs. Inhale, walk it up for crescent pose. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Maybe sink a little deeper into the legs. Keep the front body engaged, so be careful the front ribs aren't flailing out in front. Keep the abdominals engaged. Nice steady breath, building up some more heat. From here, we're going to take that back heel, flip it down, come into warrior one. So the heel turns down and in. Try to keep the hips as square as you can. Bring the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Really bend the front knee. Let your shoulder come onto the thigh. If balance allows, the head lowers and the arms come up for a stretch. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the hands down to the top of your mat. Step it back to your plank. And take your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh comes to the chest, shift forward towards plank, but don't put it down. Inhale, up and back, extending the leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh to the chest, shifting forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, thigh to the chest. This time, step it through between the hands, knee over the ankle. Pressing up. Inhale as you rise, coming into your crescent pose. Exhale, release the shoulders. Lifting the lower belly as well as closing the front ribs. From here, flipping the back heel into warrior one, so let the heel come in towards your center line. Front knee is still soft, hands come behind, interlace the opposite thumb on top. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior, bending the knee, letting the shoulder come onto the thigh, head lowers towards the shin, arms come up and over the head. Press firmly through that back leg, so your weight is more equal between the front and the back. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step it back to your plank. And move through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here for a few breaths, or if you'd rather lower the knees for child's pose, feel free. Honoring your energy. One more nice deep breath. Inhale, lift the eyes to the fingers, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lift your spine halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, pressing through the legs, sweeping up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Moving into chair pose from here. I like chair pose with the inner edges of the feet touching, but if you prefer it with the legs parallel, it's up to you. Just be mindful if you keep the legs separated that the knees stay tracking over the toes. So on your inhale, coming into chair, bending the knees, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart, shift your weight into your heels and lift your belly. Inhale, extend the arms up by the ears. Exhale, hands to the heart, maybe sink a little deeper. Inhale, extending the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart, twist to your right. So you have two options. You can either take the hands to the outer thigh and hip, or keep prayer hands and tuck the elbow. This will be a little bit deeper. Find a connection. Let the hips sink deeper so they're lower than your head. if you feel like you're upside down and your hips are too high. On your inhale, come back to center, hands to your heart. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let the head drop. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming to chair pose again. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart and twist right away to the other side, finding your connection. Be mindful that the knees are side by side. The way to fix this is to move your hips. So the knee that's poking out, that's the hip you want to pull back. On your inhale, come back to center, hands to your heart. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, hands down to the mat, step or float back to plank, move through your Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, the right leg comes up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh to the chest, step it through, we'll come into warrior one. Back heel rotates down and in. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, let the shoulders relax down. Take an inhale, straighten the front leg. We're going to move into twisted triangle. Exhale, open the arms, and it's okay if your hand doesn't reach the ground. Left fingertips down towards the right leg. Inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, warrior one. We're going to take this flow back and forth a few times. Inhale, coming up through center. Exhale, twist, open the arms, left fingers down to the opposite leg. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, warrior one. Adding on a little bit, inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, twist and open. Moving into a balance if you'd like, otherwise just stay here for a breath or two. Tapping into your twisted half moon, so your weight shifts into the right leg, left fingertips connect with the ground, back leg floats up. Keep the twist in the waist. From here, gently float back down. Inhale, come up to your warrior one. Will you take that flow one more time? Staying here. Inhale, straightening the leg. Exhale, twist. Come into your twisted triangle. From here, shift and move into your balance, floating into twisted half moon. Soften your standing leg, reach it back, coming into warrior one. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. And take your Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, thigh to the chest, step it through, warrior one. Inhaling as you rise up. Exhale, releasing the shoulders. Take a minute just to make sure your alignment is there and your body is where it wants to be. On your next inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the waist. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand comes down, twisted triangle. Inhale, float your way back up. Exhale, bend, warrior one. Inhale, straightening the leg. Exhale, twist. Twist a triangle. Inhale, floating back up. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, straightening the leg. This time we'll add the balance. Exhale, twist into your triangle. When you're ready, shift the weight into the left foot. Right fingertips reach forward, letting the back leg float upward. From here, gently stepping back. Inhale, rise back up into warrior one. Good. Exhale, let yourself stay here for a moment. We'll flow through that again. On your inhale, straightening the front leg. Exhale, twisted triangle. On your next breath, tapping your weight forward into the balance. Gently step it back. Inhale as you rise back up to warrior one. Exhale, let the shoulders relax. One more time. Inhale, straightening the leg. Exhale, twist, come into your triangle. On your next breath, shift it forward into your balance. Now hopefully each time you do it, your body is learning and it's getting a tad bit easier, making a little bit more sense. Gently step it back. Inhaling, coming up to warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step it back, and move through your vinyasa. So keep that flow in your mind. We're going to add on to that a little bit. Maybe 2 poses, 2 or 3 poses, something like that. On your next inhale, the right leg comes up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, thigh to the chest, step it through, come into your warrior one. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, straighten the leg, twist, come into your triangle, just as we did before. Shift your weight forward, coming into your balance. Now you have an option here. If you'd like to reach back and try to grab the toes, you're welcome to do that. If that seems like a little too much this morning, just stay in your balance with the arm and leg extended. If you are connected hand and foot, let it release. Step back. We're going to come into warrior two this time. So really reach that left foot back. Inhale, cartwheel your arms up and open. Right knee still tracks over the toes. Be mindful that you're not collapsing to the big toe edge. Inhale, rotate the right palm. Exhale, reach it up and back. Inhale, come to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel it all the way down. Take your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking the left side, inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through. Come into your warrior one. Inhale as you rise up. On your exhale, straighten the leg, twisted triangle. So right hand towards the left leg. Moving into your balance. Tapping the weight forward. Fingertips come under the shoulder. Optional toe grab here. If you want to reach back with the top arm and grab the foot, you can. If you have that connection of hand-foot, gently release it out. Step it all the way back, coming into your warrior two. Inhale, cartwheel the arms up. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, rotate the palm. Exhale, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Step it back and take your vinyasa. Continuing on our journey of our flow. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, come into your warrior one. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, twisted triangle. Moving into the balance, shifting your weight forward. Twisted half moon. Grabbing the foot if you'd like. Gently release, coming into your warrior two. Inhaling as you lift your torso upward. Exhale, release into your warrior. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, reach it up and back. Inhale through center, this time taking real triangle pose, straightening the leg. Exhale, right fingertips down towards the right leg. Above or below the knee, keeping the shoulders stacked. You have another optional balance here. If you'd like to take half moon balance, you're welcome to. Tapping your weight into the right foot, right fingertips come in front of the toes. About 12 inches or so, back leg floats up. So it's the sister of the one we did earlier. Or brother. Or relative. From the balance, bring your left hand down to the mat, come into your standing split. Try to square off the hip, so let the left hip slowly sink down towards the mat. You will feel more intense sensation in that standing leg. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, soften your standing leg. Reach the toes back, coming into your high lunge. When you're ready, step it back to plank and move through your vinyasa. Moving through our second side, inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, come to warrior one. Inhaling as you rise up. Exhale, twisted triangle, straighten the leg, right fingertips down to the opposite leg. Tapping into your balance, twisted half moon. Try to keep the torso twisted as you lift the back leg. Optional toe grab. Release the hand and foot, step it back, warrior two. Inhale as you come up. Inhale, rotate the front palm. Exhale, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Inhale, come up through center, straighten the leg. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Don't worry about how far down that hand goes on the leg. What's more important is the torso, keeping it nice and stacked. Optional balance here. If you'd like to take Ardha Chandrasana, you're welcome to do that. Tapping your weight into the left foot, left hand, right leg floats up. Falling out of poses is all part of the game. It's all part of the practice. Just keep breathing. Exhale, standing split. Right hand comes down. Let your nose melt towards the standing leg. You can bend the standing knee if you need to. And let the right hip slowly sink down towards the mat so the hips are parallel. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bend the standing leg. Reach those right toes back, coming into your high lunge. When you're ready, step back to plank and take your vinyasa. Let's take a brief rest. If you'd like to take child's pose, go ahead and lower down the knees. Especially if you're not used to the heat and the atmosphere here. There's a lot of humidity in the air. The sweat is good. The sweat is natural. Enjoy it. Do mind how your body is feeling. So if you're in down dog, go ahead and rest your knees down for a moment. I would like for you to be able to experience that flow with your own breath and your own pace. Do we feel like we know it? Ish. Yes, no. Sometimes when I take a yoga class, I check out totally. So it's okay if you don't know it. I will guide through if I see somebody is lost. Yeah. And I'll start you off. Is everybody okay with that? Yeah. All right. Because sometimes my flow doesn't match with your energy or your pattern of breath. So it's nice to be able to do that on your own. So when you're ready, go ahead and move into your downward facing dog. Starting with the right leg, inhaling it up and back. Exhaling, stepping into your warrior one. Twisted triangle from there. Moving into your twisted half moon balance from there. Grabbing the toes if you'd like. When you're ready, warrior two. Inhaling as you rise up. When you're ready to move, reverse warrior. Keep those legs rooted down. When you're ready, triangle pose. Optional balance when you feel it. Standing split is your next pose. Letting the hips come to a squared position. Slowly, gently. High lunge when you're ready. Vinyasa when you're ready. Left leg comes up and back. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Inhaling as you rise. Hips square. Exhale, twisted triangle. Try to straighten the leg as much as you can without forcing anything. Moving into your balance, twisted half moon. Energize the leg that's floating, grabbing the toes if you wish. When you're ready, stepping back to warrior two, inhaling as you lift your head. Exhale, let yourself settle into warrior two. Reverse warrior when you're ready. Ground down through those legs. Moving into triangle pose, inhale as you rise up, exhale, Trikonasana. Optional balance when you feel ready. Half moon. Standing split is your next pose. Into high lunge, gentle lowering of that back leg. Vinyasa when you're ready. Down dog or child's pose. Beautiful flow. So I'll give you the opportunity now to do any head inversions that you would like to do. If you would like to move into dolphin, all you have to do is lower the elbows down to the mat. If you are someone who practices headstand in the middle of the space, you're welcome to do that, or any forearm balance. Remember that any inversion you do is centered in the core. So the more you scoop your belly up and in, the stronger that inversion will be. It'll help you balance. It'll help take some of the weight off of your arms and head if you're on your head. Taking 2 or 3 more breaths if you're still in an inversion. And gently come down, resting in child's pose. Take one more nice deep breath here in child's pose. Open your arms to about the width of the mat, extending them forward. Lift your eyes so you're looking between the fingers. We're going to slide through. If you've not done this before, it's a little bit awkward. Just embrace that awkwardness. So your chin is going to slide through. You can tuck your toes underneath. Then your chest. Then your belly comes through, coming into a cobra position. You can let the toes release down. Walk the arms forward for Sphinx. So bringing the elbows now under the shoulders. Arms are parallel. Be mindful not to slump into the shoulders. Try to reach them down and back. Lower belly still is engaged, so scoop it up and in. And lengthen the back of the neck. The legs and the glutes are relaxed, so let them fall wherever they're going to fall. And inhale your heart through your arms. On your exhale, open the elbows, stack the hands, coming into crocodile pose. Forehead comes down onto the hands. If your lower back feels tight, give the hips a little rock from side to side. Moving into locust pose from here, moving the arms down by your side, palms flat onto the mat. On your inhale, press the hands down, but lift up everything else you can. The torso, the legs, squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the back of the neck long. I find the hardest thing to do here is to breathe. On your exhale, gently lower down, turn your head to one side. Let your arms and legs relax. We will go through 2 more rounds. If you would prefer to go into bow pose, you're welcome to do that. I won't move into it until the 3rd round. But for round 2, taking locust again with a different variation on the arms. Inhale, lifting up, palms face the thighs, thumbs point down, reaching back towards the ankles. Shoulder blades are still pulling back. Lift the hamstrings, spread the toes. On your exhale, lower down, head to the opposite side, arms and legs relaxed. Moving into round 3, if you'd like to move into locust, you can repeat what we just did. If you'd like to go into bow pose, bend the knees, grabbing onto the feet. For bow pose, you'll press the feet into the hands, and that helps to lift the torso up. Moving on an inhale. So whichever variation you'd like. On your exhale, release the hands, carry them out to the side. Bring them under your forehead, coming back into crocodile pose. Forehead onto the hands. Bend your legs at the knees, so the feet are dangling. And then windshield wiper your feet from side to side. Coming back through center, go ahead and extend the legs long underneath you. Bring your hands under your shoulders, moving into reverse chaturanga or reverse push-up. On your exhale, scoop the belly first and then press yourself up. You can come to the knees first if you'd like, or just come straight up. Staying in your plank for a few breaths. If you'd like to move into side plank, you're welcome to do that too. Taking about 3 breaths in your side plank, 3 or 4, and then switch to the other side. Gently bring yourself back to your regular plank, and then press it back to downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, feel free to do so now. If you want to skip the vinyasa, do the breaths that are associated with it in your down dog. We'll move into pigeon pose from here. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, thigh comes to the chest, and outwardly rotate the thigh so that the knee comes behind the same side wrist. So knee behind the right wrist. Foot comes to the opposite edge of the mat. From there, inch back the straight leg, sinking the hips down. Now, if your hips are high and you want a little bit of support, take the block, slide it underneath your right hip. So inhaling, lifting the heart, coming up onto your fingertips. Finding length in the spine first, then exhale, fold forward.
We will be here in pigeon pose for about a minute or 2, so if this becomes a little too uncomfortable, a little too much, or you have pins and needles or numbness in your foot, gently move into downward facing dog or pigeon pose to release out of the posture. In the meantime, focus in on your breath. Coming into our mermaid pose from here, inhale, walk yourself up onto your hands, and we're going to bend the back leg. Once that back leg is bent, reach the same hand back to grab it. So in this case, it's left to left, and maybe, if it's possible, try to slide the toes to the crook of your elbow. If that's an option for you, then go ahead and reach the top arm back behind the head, coming into cow face arms. Stay for a breath or two, and then gently release back into your pigeon and make your way to your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, feel free to pedal the feet out. You can take a vinyasa, you can just kick the leg around, whatever you need to help release the hip out. Take one nice full breath in your downward facing dog. We'll move into pigeon pose on the second side. Inhaling the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, swing the thigh forward, outwardly rotate so the left knee comes to the left edge of the mat. Inch back the straight leg just so the hips sink down a little bit deeper. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold forward over the leg. We will stay here in pigeon pose for about another 30 to 40 seconds. So keep your breath moving through, nice and steady. Moving into mermaid pose from here, inhale, walk yourself up onto your hands. Exhale where you need to. Bend the back leg, this time it's the right, reaching the right hand back. If it's available, wiggle those toes to the crook of your elbow. And then if, again, it's possible, take the other arm and reach it up and over. Now for me on this side, I'm not as open on this side, so I'm taking a modification here, but feel free to go as deep as you need to or want to. After a few breaths, allow yourself to come back to regular pigeon, and then step back to your downward facing dog, pedaling through the feet, kicking the leg around, or taking a vinyasa. Once you're finished doing that, then come to a seated position, legs extended out in front. Any way that makes sense to you to get there. Legs coming straight out of the hips. Sit bones nice and connected to the mat. Sitting up nice and tall. Arms extend out in front. Take an inhale. As you exhale, scoop the belly and fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Let your hands touch whatever they can touch. Shin bones, ankles, feet, toes. And let your torso melt over the legs. On your inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently release. So bring the bottoms of the feet together, moving into bound angle pose. Take your thumbs, slide them underneath the balls of the feet. Fingers go along with pinky edges. From there, open the feet up like a book. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your heart through your arms. Exhale, hinge forward. So open the elbows. Straight spine comes forward. It's okay if you don't go that far, as long as you're feeling a stretch in your hips. You're in a good place. Nice steady breath. You can use the elbows to help press the thighs. On your inhale, roll up through the spine. Exhale where you need. Take your left hand onto your left thigh, being your mirror image. The other hand comes behind you. Give a gentle press on the thigh and twist.
a little deeper into that hip. Inhaling, coming through center. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, use your hands and close the legs. A little rock from side to side. Moving into one more twist, we'll take half Lord of the Fish, and I'm going to be your mirror image, taking the left leg underneath. Sorry, sometimes it's tough up here. Taking the other foot, crossing it over. If the hips are a little too tight for this, you can start by lifting the sit bone and then sinking it down. Looks like everybody's pretty good though. All right, so from here, take your right hand behind. The closer the heel of the hand is to your hips, the straighter your spine will be. You can also take fingertips if that's more accessible. Inhale, lifting the other arm up. Exhale, twist in the torso first, then hug or tuck the arm around the thigh. Allow your neck to rotate as well. Chin stays parallel to the ground. On your inhale, bring the head to the front. Exhale, gently release. We're going to transition in boat pose. So let your legs float out in front of you, bringing your balance onto your sacrum. Toes can be slightly touching. They can lift as high as your body can handle. Keep your chest open, arms reaching forward. We love core work. We love core work. We love core work. Switching to the other side now. So your right leg comes underneath, left comes on top. Left hand behind you. Inhale the opposite arm up. Exhale, twist the torso first, then let the arm connect to the thigh. Either tucking the elbow or hugging the leg in towards your chest. On your inhale, bring the eyes to the front. Exhale, gently release. We'll come into boat pose again. Untangle those legs. Weight comes back onto your sacrum. Legs extend, arms extend. Chest open. Coming up, cross the legs and allow yourself to fold over. On your inhale, gently roll up through the spine. Exhale where you need. Legs come to parallel. Scooch forward on your mat to space behind you. And gently roll down through the spine. Once your head is down, walk the heels a little closer to your sit bones, making sure that the inner edges of the feet are not connected.
Making our way into bridge pose. On your inhale, tuck the pelvis, roll up onto your shoulders. Once you're up on the shoulders, tuck the shoulder blades underneath, interlace the fingers, and press the arms down into the mat. Press equally through both feet and try to move the chest closer to your chin. Back of the head presses down into the mat. This helps to open the throat for the breath. On your exhale, release the hands, untuck the shoulders, and roll down through the spine. Take a nice deep breath here to let the back relax and come back to neutral. From here, we'll move into full wheel pose. If you'd rather bridge, feel free to repeat bridge. Bring the hands up by the ears. On your inhale, press up onto the crown of your head, and then exhale, extend the arms. If you can see here, I lift my heels, and I do that to create a little bit more space in my back. You can keep the heels up or down, whatever is most comfortable for you. On your next exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and gently roll down through your spine. Take a few breaths before moving, allowing your back to relax and recuperate. And go ahead and pull the legs in towards your chest and give a little rock from side to side. Bring your hands down to the mat next to your hips, and we'll make our way into plow pose, kicking the legs up and over the head. Then tuck the shoulder blades underneath, interlacing the fingers. From here, bring your hands to your lower back and let the legs float upward, coming into our full shoulder stand. Now the shoulders are tucked underneath here to help protect your cervical spine, those little bones that stick out of our neck. And we don't want to put too much pressure on that part of the body, hence we tuck the shoulders underneath. And gently lower the legs back over the head, moving into plow. Release the hands down to the mat, untuck the shoulders, and start to roll down through the spine. I like to use my hands on the backs of my legs, but you can keep them pressing down into the mat. Once your tail is down,
Fish pose or hug the knees to your chest. If you're not going into fish and you'd rather a different posture, happy baby is always a good option. Moving into a spinal twist from here, bring your legs in towards your chest so that they're parallel. Arms come out to your side to a T. Allow your legs to gently lower to the left side of your body. Head rotates to the right. Be mindful here to try to keep the shoulders connected to the mat. If that's difficult for you or you're having a challenge keeping the shoulders down, use blocks underneath or in between your legs to help support you. Once you're comfy in your twist, take a nice deep breath. You can sigh out of the mouth. Let your body feel heavy. Let go of any shapes that you think you need to be holding. Let it go. Let your toes relax. Let your fingers relax. On your inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, gently twist to the opposite side. Setting yourself up so that you're comfy. With a nice healthy stretch through the back, the outer hip, and the thigh. Be mindful here that the thigh bones stay in line with the hips so they're not dropping to a lower angle. For safety of the lower back, thighs should be in line with the hips or higher for a deeper stretch. Give yourself a nice deep breath if you haven't already. And if you have, give yourself a second one. They're little gifts for our bodies, for our minds. On your inhale, bring the legs back up to center. Exhale where you need. Bring yourself into Shavasana. Legs extend below you, about the width of the mat. If you have a towel or a piece of clothing with you that you'd like to place over your eyes, you're welcome to do that, even if you want to move your mats out of the sun or shift so that you have shadow where you want it. Take the time to do that now. Allow your arms to rest at a comfortable angle by your sides, palms flip upward. Eyes are closed. Breath comes back to normal. Take rest. We'll stay here for 4 or 5 minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to get up.
Start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles, gradually waking up the arms and the legs. Extend the arms up by your ears, giving yourself a nice long stretch from fingers to toes. And hug the legs in toward your chest, holding on to the shin bones, and give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Roll onto the right side into fetal position, using your arm as a pillow for your head. Gently press yourself up to a seated position, eyes closed and hands pressed at your heart. Take a few moments here checking in with your breath and your body after our adventure on the mat. Maybe giving a few moments of gratitude, whatever you're thankful for today. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you liked the class, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please be sure to click the bell for notifications on new videos. If you know someone who might enjoy my videos, please share it. Also, if you have a request for a specific class, please ask in the comments below. You can also follow me on Instagram at holly.r.jan.yoga. Be well and remember to breathe. See you next time.